is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel. And guys, it is Friday, September 15th of 2023. With it being Friday, you guys know what time it is. It's time for another final order cutoff, speculation, and recommendation show. This is the video where my good friend Al from the Comic Book Frontier over on Facebook, his group is linked down in the description below. We scour final order cutoff looking for any books that have a little bit of speculation, so that way me and you and Al can all start to make this hobby fund itself. Well, at least that is the goal of this video series. But we also scour final order cutoff looking for any books that are going to be worthy of picking up for the story itself, because comic books is a medium that everyone should be reading. At least I highly believe that, and there are some really good stories on this weekend's final order cutoff, so make sure you guys are sticking around to the end of the video. Now, as a special bonus, I do have some new comic book day cover letter picks for next week's new comic book day, which is September 20th of 2022. Now, before we get into the 2 weekly speculation reminders, I just want to let you guys know it is fall outside. It is finally starting to cool down here in New York. It's like 65 degrees right now. I have the windows open, so if you guys hear a little noise in the background, it is because the windows are open and there's a train that goes right by my house, and if you guys hear that, that's why. It's 65 degrees, y'all. I'm gonna have them open. Alright guys, so just excuse the noise, but let's go ahead and dive into our 2 weekly speculation reminders. If you guys are seasoned speculators, or you guys have seen this video series before, guys, look down in the description below. There are timestamps where you guys can jump forward to any section that you want. But if you guys are new to this video series or new to speculation, I highly suggest you hear our 2 weekly reminders. And our first reminder is the most important, and that is you guys have to do your own research. Al and I are going to present some information to you today, but what you guys need to do is go check other comic book YouTubers you trust, other comic book websites that you trust, and other comic book apps that you trust. Gather the most information possible so that way you guys can make the best decisions possible for yourself. Because remember, you guys are spending your own hard-earned money on these books. Not our money, your money. And the second and final reminder that we have for you guys is that there are delays with comic books. So sometimes the book will show up multiple times in this video series because its release date got moved for one reason or another. Alright guys, those are our 2 weekly speculation reminders. Let's go ahead and go over the final order cutoff, order deadline dates. If you guys are interested in picking up any of the books that Al and I are going to present to you guys today, you guys need to get your pre-orders in by September 17th for your DC, Scout, and Vault books, and September 18th for your Marvel and all the other indie titles. Alright guys, that is this weekend's final order cutoff, order deadline dates. So let's go ahead and dive into our final order cutoff cover letter picks. It is a really sad week for cover letter picks because I was only able to find 3 covers that I really like that I think might do well on the secondary market in the future. I really enjoy when I have 10 to 15 covers on this list, but we only have 3 this week. And the first one up is actually a cover that does not have the final artwork released for it yet. The only artwork that I was able to find is a sketch cover for it, but it does feature the character Ravager, and she is an absolute badass. And there's been some covers of her lately that have done really well on the secondary market. So let's go ahead and talk about this cover. And it is for Danger Street, issue number 10. This is the cover B, and it's going to be done by In-Huk Lee. In-Huk Lee has had some bangers in the past, so guys, I would just keep an eye on this cover and wait for the final artwork to be released, and then if it is an absolute banger, make sure you guys are picking yourself a couple extra copies of. Now moving on, the next one up is for Spider-Boy, issue number 1. This is the 1 in 50 ratio variant done by David Aja. This is an absolute banger of a cover. I absolutely love it. But what is going to hurt this book a little bit is that I'm sure this book is going to be ordered like a lot. This book is going to have a huge final order. I think people are going to go nuts on this book. So there are going to be a bunch of these 1 in 50s out there because I think stores are going to be ordering 50 to 100 copies easily of this book. But there is another cover for Spider-Boy issue number 1, and it is the 1 in 100 Virgin Humberto Ramos cover. I don't know which one I like more. I like the David Aja because it has that stylized look to it. It's really good. It's a 1 in 50. It's David Aja. but come on, when you really look at this 1 in 100 Virgin done by Humberto Ramos, I'm kind of falling in love with the Spider-Boy character, even though I've not read a single thing about him. I am picking up issue number 1, the Scotty Young variant. I might go after this David Aja. I gotta see what mycomicshop.com is gonna price the 1 in 50 at. If it's like, you know, around 25 bucks, I might go after it because I really like that David Aja one, but that 1 in 100, oh god damn, am I gonna go after that one too? I don't know. But guys, let me know down in the comments below. Do you guys like any of these covers? Are you gonna go after them? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, guys, let's go ahead and go over to the next section, which is our second prints and beyond. I was able to find a bunch of Marvel books that have second prints and third prints, so let's go ahead and dive into these books. And the first one up is It's Jeff, issue number 1. Now this is the third printing, and I don't know how to pronounce this name, I'm not even gonna try. But guys, their name is right here or right here, it's somewhere around here. Or actually, no, it's right below me, so it's right there. But guys, moving on, we get Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy, issue number 1. This is the second print, it is the JTC negative space variant, but the image I was able to find actually has like a cosmos behind him, so it's not really a negative space, even though it is, but it isn't. It's pretty cool. I actually kind of like it. I might even pick myself up a copy of this second print. But the next one up is Star Wars Dark Droids, issue number 2. This is the second print, and it's done by Ken Lashley. It's an okay cover. Let's go ahead and go on to the next one. We have Wolverine, issue number 36. This is the second print, done by Tyler Kirkham. There is the first appearance of Helverine in this issue, and this cover is pretty good, but I really like the Wolverine, issue number 36. This second print, the 1 in 25 incentive cover, done by Linnell Francis Yu. This cover, it's a black and white sketch. It's really freaking good. The color version is awesome, but man, this sketch cover is really good. And I just want to remind you guys that second print 1 in 25s have been doing really well on the secondary market as of late. Now there is one more book. It's an independent, and it's Kill Your Darlings, issue number 1, the second print. This was my book to pick up to read, I want to say in last week's video, but guys, this has come back for a second print, and if you haven't picked it up yet, go ahead and pick yourself up a copy. I haven't read it yet. I have it on order, but guys, let me know if you have read it down in the comments below, and let me know what you think about that book. All right, guys, those are the second prints and beyond. Let's go ahead and check out all the books that have speculation. Just like last week, we're kicking off our final order cutoff spec list with our new champion covers from Marvel Comics. Now, as a quick reminder, these covers are showing off sidekicks to popular characters that are not real. Their hope is that one of these covers is going to do really super well and people are going to get behind that character, and just like Spider-Boy, they might bring this character into the Marvel Universe. So let's go ahead and cover these covers. First up, we get Deadpool Batter Blood issue number 5 with the cover by Nick Bradshaw. And after that, we have Ghost Rider issue number 19. The cover is done by Luciano Faccio. I want to say that's how it's pronounced. And after that, we have Incredible Hulk issue number 5 done by Dan Posian. And after that, we have Invincible Iron Man issue number 11. Now this cover is done by Tasheki. I'm not even going to pronounce that last name because I'm totally going to butcher it, but guys, it's right there. Take a look at it. And after that, we have Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 11. Now this cover is done by Sarah Pacelli, which normally I love, but I hate this cover. This cover is terrible in my opinion. And after that, we have Moon Knight issue number 28. This cover is done by Javier Garron. And the last one is Scarlet Witch issue number 9. This cover is done by Jen Bartel. And if I had to pick one from this bunch, it'd be this Jen Bartel one. But guys, that is it. Those are our new champion covers, so let's go ahead and dive into the books that actually have a little bit of speculation. And the first one up is Batman and Robin issue number 2. And this has the first full appearance of the character of Shush. She is a female villain reminiscent of the character Hush, and she is also featured on cover A in the 1 in 25 ratio variant. And after that, we have Green Lantern issue number 4 with the first appearance of Sin Sun, I want to say that's pronounced, and he is an enemy of the Super Sun, and Al thinks it's most likely going to be the son of Sinestro, which would be a really cool twist. And we're also guessing that you can see him on the 1 in 25 ratio cover, which is up on screen right now. And next up is Wesley Dodds' The Sandman issue number 1. Now this is a limited series in the DC's Golden Age hero revival. I'm guessing they're bringing back a lot of those 1960s heroes, and I'm okay with that because this Sandman character actually seems pretty cool. And this also has the first appearance of a villain in possession of Sandman's deadly gases. And guys, after that, we have World's Finest Teen Titans issue number 4. Now this has the possible first team appearance of the Anti-Titans. They couldn't think of a better name. They just went with Anti-Titans. And after that, we have Crypta Shadows issue number 1 with the first appearance of a new villain called Bricklayer. And after that, we have Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 11, with the possible first or cameo appearance of what is solicited in issue number 12 as a terrifying new foe. So they might even have a cameo or first appearance in issue number 11. But guys, after that, we have Spider-Boy issue number 1. Now this is the first solo series featuring Spider-Boy. And guys, make sure you guys are going over to Al's Facebook group. The link is down in the description below because he has a great write-up on this book. Now there is a little more in his write-up, but there really isn't a first appearance or cameo in this book that we know of. But guys, the final book on Final Order Cutoff that we were able to find that has a little bit of speculation is Spine-Tingling Spider-Man issue number 1. Now this has the first appearance of the Sleep Stealer. Sleep Stealer, that's a villain's name. Man, I really cannot believe the names are coming up for villains as of late. It seems like they are just like basically throwing poop against the wall and seeing what sticks. And I guess Sleep Stealer stuck. I don't know. But guys, those are all the books that we were able to find on this weekend's Final Order Cutoff that had a little bit of speculation. I'm going to come back in just a few seconds with our spec picks of the week. Guys, I am pretty excited because I'm not going to tell you guys to save your money, even though you guys have to do your own research. But I have 2 books that I'm personally going to speculate on. I'm not going to speculate heavily on these. I'm not buying 10 to 20 copies of these books. I'm buying a few extra copies. I'm putting them in my spec box, and they're going to sit there, and if they do well, I can put them up on the secondary market, and I can make a few bucks. But I'm not going to sink $100 or $200 or $500 into these books. So do your own research. I'm going to say it again. Do your own research. So the first book that I'm going to suggest you guys do your own research on, but I really like, is Batman and Robin issue number 2, because it has a female villain that is a lot like Hush, and that is pretty cool. Hush is an awesome character. It was done so well, and Jim Lee was doing the interiors. It was a great story of Hush, and this book has Joshua Williamson and Simon DeMeo on it. We're getting fantastic artwork. We get a great storyteller, and if they can do this character right, I think this character could take off, because it takes a good story with good artwork for characters to really take off, and I think this character could. But guys, do your own research. And the other book that I think you guys should consider is Spider-Boy issue number 1. And they always say, if you don't have the first appearance, the cameo, or the second appearance, make sure you guys have the first solo series. And this is the first solo series for Spider-Boy, and Spider-Boy is still somehow selling well on the secondary market. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it is. You cannot refute that. So, like I said, if you don't have the first, the cameo, or the second, go after that first solo series. Now, does this character really have legs and it's gonna go the distance? I don't know. But he does have things going for him. He is a hero. Heroes do better than villains on the secondary market in the long term. He's also a spider character. Spider characters do well long term as well. He could be seen in a Spider-Verse movie coming up. Who knows? But there's also some amazing artwork for some of these covers. That 1 in 50 and that 1 in 100 in the cover A done by Humberto Ramos with the trade dress isn't bad. The only thing that's going to hurt that cover A is that it's going to be ordered through the nose. There's going to be so many copies out there in the world, it's going to hurt the book. But the 1 in 50 and the 1 in 100, those are the books you probably want to go after. But guys, those are the 2 books that I suggest you guys do your own research on and consider speculating on. Those are my spec picks of the week. It's so exciting to actually have books I believe in a little bit. Alright guys, that is it for our Final Order Cutoff speculation. Let's go ahead and check out my new comic book day cover lover picks for next week's new comic book day, which is September 20th of 2023. I was able to find 7 total covers that I think could do well on the secondary market in the future on next week's new comic day, and I'm pretty excited for each of these. So let's go ahead and cover these covers. And the first one up is Catwoman issue number 57. This is the cover C done by Joshua Swaby, and this is just a gorgeous cover, and I don't think this cover is going to do great out of the gate because it is an open order, and I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of them out there, but I can see this book doing okay down the line. Next up is Dark X-Men issue number 2. This is the 1 in 25 ratio variant done by Pablos Villalobos. This cover is absolutely gorgeous. I did not know about it until yesterday when I was doing research for this video right here, and this cover is absolutely gorgeous. I believe the character on the cover is Morgan Le Fay, and she looks absolutely amazing with all the little goblins around her. So freaking cool. But after that, we have Death of Venomverse issue number 4. This is part of the connecting cover set. This is the 1 in 10. This has the trade dress on it. And there's also the 1 in 50, which is the virgin variant for this cover. Now, this is issue number 4 of this series, and I'm sure the stores are going to be ordering less and less of this series. So each of these is going to be a little more rare than issues number 1, 2, and 3. Now, I am not sure if this is the final piece of the connecting cover set. If I find out while I'm editing this video, I'll put it right here. If I don't, guys, leave a comment down below if you know or not. All right, so moving on, we do have one more book for Death of Venomverse issue number 4. This is the Numera, I want to say that's pronounced, design variant. This is such a cool freaking cover. I really like it. I forgot the name of the character. It's probably on screen right now, but this character is so freaking wacky and cool. I really, really like it, and I'm just a fan of design variants in general. But guys, there's 2 more covers. Next up, we have Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Redder, issue number 3. This is the 1 in 25 Sanford green cover. Come on, this cover is so good, and it's a 1 in 25. She's doing this, and it says Harley Quinn on like her knuckle thingies. I forgot what they're called, you know, but usually people put them on and punch people. But guys, so cool. And the last cover that I think you guys should consider for speculation is Wonder Woman issue number 1, cover B, done by Stanley Archer Lau. It is gorgeous. I love that they didn't go really huge with her boobs. They're just like normal size, and she looks absolutely amazing. Why have I been doing this lately? I don't know why. It's like, hey, what's going on? I don't really know what's going on, but this cover is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's so good, and I think this cover will do well down the line in the future. Not right away. In the future. Again, open order. There's going to be a lot of people ordering this book, but in the future, when there's new collectors out there trying to collect either art germ covers or they just want this amazing artwork, they'll want it, and you will have it, and you can make a couple extra bucks. All right, guys, those are all my new comic book day cover lever picks for next week's new comic book day. Let's go ahead and check out the one book on final order cutoff that I think you guys should be picking up to read. Before we dive into the new series that I think you guys should be picking up to read, I just want to let you guys know there were a lot of new number 1s on this weekend's final order cutoff. So you guys should go over and check out all the new number 1s for yourself, because the one that I really like might not be the one that you really like, and there might be another one that you like more. There'll be a link down in the description to the preview site that I use to make this video right here that you guys can check out for yourself. But let's go ahead and find out what this new number 1 is. And it is Dark Spaces Dungeon issue number 1. Now, Dark Spaces is a whole umbrella of books that Scott Snyder is overseeing. He's writing some of them, and he's also overseeing some other writers that are making stories under this Dark Spaces umbrella, and I think that is really freaking cool. But guys, this one is Dark Spaces Dungeon issue number 1, written by Scott Snyder himself, and has art by Hayden Sherman. Let me go ahead and read the synopsis for you guys. Scott Snyder and Hayden Sherman reunite for the next installment in the critically acclaimed Dark Spaces anthology series. A family moves from the rustle and bustle of the Big Apple to upstate New York. However, their father's dream of a quiet rural life are shattered when he discovers a dungeon underneath their land filled with torture devices, weapons, and a threatening message on the wall that reads, "Tell no one." Paranoia sets in rapidly as the father realizes anyone in his new hometown could be the dungeon master. Whom can he trust, and how will he keep this secret from his family while keeping them safe? That just sounds so freaking good, and it's coming from the writer of Scott Snyder, and everything he writes is pretty much gold, so you guys can almost guarantee this is going to be a really solid horror story, and I'm picking it up, and I think you guys should be picking it up, and that is my recommendation to pick up on this weekend's final order cutoff. So that's going to be the end of today's video, so let's go ahead and wrap this video up. We are at the end of the video, and if you guys are still watching this video right now, thank you. And I just gotta tell you, you guys are legends. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of the video. Now guys, look down. Have you guys hit that like button just yet? If you haven't, do me a favor and smash that like button. And last but not least, did you guys enjoy that video? Do you enjoy new comic book content? If you do and you guys are not subscribed, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed. Hit that bell for notification and smash that like button. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me this week. I'll be back on Tuesday with the Wednesday pull list. You guys have yourself a fantastic weekend, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.